Right, so we've just filled up at the water point at the bottom of Napton flight, and that's over there on the right there. There's two taps and lots of bollards to moor up on, quite a lot of space. And we're now heading down the lockless section to Braunston, where Nicola is waiting for us because she's gone back to get the car, and she'll be there with the car. So I'll show you what's along the way as we go. So this morning we are now on the link between the Oxford Canal, the Coventry Canal and the Grand Union. We've come through the Napton flight, and it's wider and deeper, and Thomas is now in charge for a bit. And you can see at the same engine setting as we were crawling along the Oxford Canal at 3 miles an hour. We're making quite good progress here today. And as you come along here, you get a lovely view of the windmill on Napton on the hill, or on the hill, that is Napton on the hill. Well, this is still Napton Hill. We've gone all the way around it, so this is the other side of it now. We can't see the windmill anymore, which means we are now approaching the Napton junction. Now there's a big marina here, and if you turn left and go up the Grand Union main line towards Warwick, there's another big marina up there. But we're going to go straight on towards Braunston. Right, just after Bridge 109 is Napton narrowboats, and you can get diesel here, and you can get rid of rubbish, and you can dispose of your LSAN, etc. So, although this is a hire base, they will help out, other boaters as well. Here we are coming up to the junction of the Grand Union Canal and the Oxford Canal, and if you turn left here as I'm going along, that's pretty much north. That takes you up to Warwick, and Leamington Spa, Warwick, and the Stratford Canal, which is what I did last year. The sign that says Braunston, which is the way we're going, Oxford the way we've just come from, and Warwick is the other direction. That's Wigram's Turn Marina, and obviously this place is known as Wigram's Turn. So now we're carrying on. I had to stop filming before to avoid another boat who was straight across the canal. So now we're going on towards Braunston. Just past the A425 road bridge, Bridge 108, and just after that, on the right hand side of the canal, is the village of Shuckburgh. So that is about a third of the way to Braunston. There's a little derelict small holding here, very sadly running down. The walls look about to fall in, just as you come through Shuckburgh. Bridge 105, we're finally coming into Shuckburgh proper, and there's the little church, and footbridge 105 there. Now on the right you're going to see some concrete piling, which might not be particularly interesting, but this concrete piling was installed during the Second World War, just before the Second World War, and all the canal here was restored with this concrete piling. And you can see it's dated 1934, and the depth to dredge to. And a lot of this is now 75 years old, and some of it is in virtually as new condition, as you can see along here. Very, very long-lasting works were done in preparation for the Second World War. This was a very important artery for goods to be transported on, mainly from London to Birmingham. Canal levels are quite down here too. This would normally be spilling over. It is July and it has been very hot, and we've had very little rain. So we've come from the Napton flight, which is down here somewhere, and we've got to Shuckburgh. We're just coming under Bridge 104 now. In contrast, in a lot of other places, the canal has just been left to go completely wild, as you can see here. The bank's fallen in many places. Somehow it stays watertight and the water stays in the cut, and it's more like a river than a canal. Even though it is completely artificial here, it looks like a river. The hill over in the distance in front of us is called Bush Hill, and just behind it is the village of Flecknoe, where there's a nice pub. Traditional country pub. You can see the bank falling in here, the old pilings just giving up. It is 70 years old after all. So that was Bridge 100. Over to the north now, The land is very flat as far as the eye can see. Just the odd little gentle hill and the odd farmhouse and fields. It's quite beautiful actually. Very much the heart of England here. Now coming into Wolfhampcote, and there's a lot of moorings on the right hand side here as you're heading northeast. Very nice little moorings actually. Here's an unusual one. 2 sea otters back to back, and an absolutely dinky tiny one, marionette. That is the smallest narrowboat you'll likely ever to see in aluminium, that's for sure. That's a nice solar setup there. Lots of panels. A proper old working boat. That's another wooden one by the look of it. See the planks? That was a butty. There's the big rudder, the Ellum. We're now coming under Bridge 97, and oh, there's a Thomas Clayton boat, wooden boat again. Absolutely beautiful. It's not a bad thing that it's half full of water. That keeps the timbers swollen enough for the boat to stay afloat. If you take them out of the water, they dry out and they'll sink. So that's a very old Thomas Clayton narrowboat. Beautiful thing. So as we approach Braunston, on the left are 14-day visitor moorings. You can see the church and the windmill off there slightly to the right in the distance. I think this is called Wolfhampcote, this part of Braunston, well, this village just on the edge of Braunston. But you can see the town rising up from the canal in the distance there. Nice little town, Braunston, lots to see and do, and lots of canal side stuff. Passed under Bridge 95, and here we are coming into Braunston. This is the Braunston turn and the junction between the Oxford Canal to the left going up to Coventry and the Grand Union main line going down to the right. So we're turning right, and hopefully we'll find Nicola here somewhere under the lovely cast iron bridges. Beautiful. These beautiful twin cast iron bridges were made by the Horsley Iron Works. I don't know if they've got a date on them, I can't see one. But they'll surely be 1810s or thereabouts, maybe 10 years either side. Well, it's 32 degrees outside now, so hot. So we're hiding from the sun and playing lots of games on the tablet, aren't we? And trying to keep cool. There are very few boats moving, as you just saw the chap outside with the bandana and the great big beard and the pink umbrella. A few boats moving up and down, but it's not a wise thing to be doing in this heat. Well, at least there's a little bit of a breeze now. That is helping, definitely. But it's hot. Yeah. Ooh, it's hot. Nicola's got a new friend, this beautiful red emerald, whose his tongue's out, and he's trying to, can you see his tongue going up and down your thumb? He's trying to suck the nectar out of the flower that you aren't. Maybe it's the rope, the blue of the rope.
Yeah.
What a beauty.
He's on my thumb, he's got something on my thumb.
Maybe it's the ice cream.
For dinner, yeah. I wash my hands as well. What's the soapy like? Can't be sure. Yeah, then. I I'll tap it now.
This little butterfly will not leave Nicola alone. He's got his tongue out and he's trying to eat your finger again. He really thinks it's something worth eating. You must be the sweetest person ever.
I